Welcome, sports fans, to another edition of the Fantasy Football Update, where you're going to hear scores, news, and a whole lot more. Tonight we feature the D-League, one of the most competitive leagues in all of the land. And now, welcome your host and fantasy football legend, J-Cat Dickinson.
All right, boys, welcome back to another edition of the Big D League. Hey, let's get right into it. TD Cam's crew, big victory. First victory of the year. Way to go, TD. We're expecting a lot out of you. Hey, speaking of winners, Mr. Playoffs. Wow, what a showing. 0-3, now 2-3. He's like the Steelers. He's coming on strong. Hey, speaking of strong or not strong, Big Ray Dickinson. Wow, what a disappointment. High hopes on draft night. Everybody was talking about it. You guys were talking about it. He was going to win. Probably win the league hands down. But no. He sits here, 0-5 right now? Shocker. Shocker. He's traded away half his roster. He was doing some more trading this week, and it's a little unethical. He offered Juggalos a trade. Juggalos accepted, but then he reneged. He went back on his word. Big Ray Dickinson went back on his word. No wonder he's winless with ethics like that. Anyway, speaking of Juggalos, let's take it out for Cal's Locks of the Week.
Hey, thanks, J-Cat. Sitting here counting my winnings. Undefeated last weekend. If you followed Cal's Locks of the Week, you made some money too, and you're probably sitting at home with a big cigar, just like Art here, counting your money. We're down here at Heinz Field, the house that the Steelers have been letting me down with these home games lately, but not tomorrow. Let's get started. Cal's Locks of the Week. First up, we got Sunday Night Football, Seahawks at Steelers. Steelers, you looked really good last week. You're sitting -5 for this game. I'm pounding the Steelers. Thursday Night Football, Bucks, Eagles. Bucks are sitting -7. Brady's looking really good. Hometown kid, Jordan Whitehead, looking good on defense. I'm going Bucks. Dolphins, Jags, Urban Meyer. You better be thanking your lucky stars. You're finally off the hot seat because of John Gruden. Maybe not with your wife, but thank John Gruden. Jags, you're 0-5 for the season. I really think you're going to pull it together this weekend against the Dolphins. Battle of Florida, I'm going Jags. Raiders, Broncos, John Gruden, what are you doing? Fellas, if you don't want the emails to come out, you got to delete them. I know a few of you that are probably thinking about some emails you sent a few years ago. Maybe go back and find them, put them in the trash can. I'm going Raiders for this game. Both teams sitting 3-2. Broncos are -3.5, but whatever. Raiders, I'm pounding you. Cowboys, Patriots. Cowboys -3.5. Josh, Muzzy, Brett, Steve. I'm going Cowboys. You're going to be happy about that. Patriots are coming off a big win against the Texans, but they're going to have to face the other fellas from the Lone Star State. Last but not least, we got Monday Night Football. Bills -5.5 against the Titans. Bills are sitting 4-1. They're a train. They cannot be stopped. I'm pounding Buffalo. That's all I got. Back to you, J-Cat. Cal's Locks of the Week.
Thanks, Cal, and thanks for last week's pick. I made a lot of money. I'm about to retire, and you can too. All you have to do is follow Cal's Picks of the Week. All right, speaking of picks for the week, the next guy needs no introduction. He's our commish, our leader, our backbone, Big Gene Royal. And Gene is out there with his sidekick, Big Tom Wigton. Take it away, boys.
Thank you so much, J-Cat, for that warm introduction. Tonight, we are actually sponsored by two companies that are near and dear to our hearts, Busch Light and Wyoming Whiskey. If you've never had either of these two, it makes for a great night. So with that being said, let's bring on the commissioner, Gene Royal.
Hey, thanks, Punt Muffins. Let's get right into it. Week 6 matchup report. We're first going to start off Big Ray Dickinson versus Richie Rich, Mr. Playoffs.
Battle of the Brothers.
Battle of the Brothers. Don't know why they call him Mr. Playoffs, because I don't think he's made the playoffs since
He's not
was the commissioner.
He's not been there. I don't think.
No. All right, Steve, 0-5. I mean, the guy has more heart than anyone we know.
Yeah, he's very confident. Unfortunately, that's not that's not going to win you a game. What helps is scoring points. That's what he needs to do this week.
And you know what? I think that's where he comes in this week. Made a big trade.
Yep.
But it's going to be hard going Rich. Most points scored last week, 221. Started off 0-3. He's won 2 in a row.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. We'll drink to that.
This could be his year.
No.
You're right. He's going to miss the playoffs again. I'm going to go Steve with a big win here.
Yeah.
Going to get to 1-5. This is where fantasy seasons turn around.
Yeah, so I have paid analysts, and they've told me actually something different. I have Rich coming in at 162, gonna crush Big Ray at 154. So unfortunately, Rich will still leave a defeated team 0-6 for Big Ray.
Oh, okay. Next game.
That hurts.
Florida Jugs versus Texas Yinzers. Cal coming off another loss. You know, he started off with high hopes.
It's tough.
2-3 for Jugs.
Yeah.
Texas Yinzers 4-1. Newcomers.
Newcomers, but did you not mute that?
I did not.
We're live.
I know. Sorry about that.
Texas Yinzers are newcomers, but they have held their own. A little skeptical at first because they needed more than one person to run a fantasy football.
It's like, I think they should have to pay double per se.
I thought they were.
Maybe they will. I highly doubt that. I'm going to go, what's your projections got? What's your guy say?
My analyst got back to me. Not looking good for the Jugs.
Not looking good.
He looks like he's going to score about 117 points. The Texas Yinzers, though, solid 153.
I'm going Yinzers. You know, he's going to 5-1. Jugs falling to 2-4.
Poor cow.
Poor cow. I mean, he's trying.
He's not doing well.
He needs some.
His picks are also horrible.
He needs this.
I lost a lot of money.
I know.
I was going to get Pappy. Couldn't afford it.
He needs this fantasy league win to get him out of a few jams.
He does.
And I don't think he's getting out of his jams.
No, not at all.
All right, next game: TD Cam's crew versus the Punt Muffins.
I don't know what to say about this one.
I mean, TD Cam was 0-4. Went into Monday night down big. Yeah. He came back and won.
Yeah.
Rumor has it that after that win, he went right to the Crazy Horse and went right to the NASCAR room and spent a couple G's down there.
Yeah. Brett saw him there, I think.
He did?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh
he was working.
All right, so projections here?
Well, my analysts have also reported that Punt Muffins are going to score around 163 points. Trailing pretty far behind would be TD Cam's crew at 134.
134.
Still a valiant effort.
I mean, Punt Muffins gonna win. TD is going to 1-5. This is, I mean, at this point in the season, the cream rises to the top, and TD's cream is going right to the bottom.
That's, man, if I had $1 every time I heard that. Jeez.
All right, next game we got Gravedigger versus Stevie Weeby.
Well, the analysts have came back with that one. A little closer than what you would think. Gravedigger, 155.
Okay.
Pretty solid.
Yes.
Stevie Weeby, though, again, looking like victorious, 164 points, topping Gravedigger by about 9 points. Closer than what we would think, but unfortunately, I think Gravedigger, you're still just going to be digging your own grave this week. Sorry there, guy.
I mean, Stevie Weeby, total domination, didn't see it from
He
this
just
guy.
doesn't lose.
He doesn't. 5-0. I mean, you can say this guy has the least points scored against him at 605, but
You could say that.
look at his points scored. I mean, he's top of the league. I mean, the only way
I heard he doesn't really like him on top, though. Just a rumor.
But I'm saying the only way he loses is if he goes down the manhole on Saturday night and chokes on a couple hogs and can't get up to set his lineup. That's the only way that's going to
I can see it happen. They get rough.
They do get roughed out there, but that's the only way he loses.
Their wrists are limp, but they're pretty rough.
They are rough.
They are rough.
All right, next matchup, we got Allison Park versus Just Win Baby.
Yeah, so the analyst came back. Allison Park not looking good. Scored 122 points versus Just Win Baby 148. Looks like Jeff's going to come victorious on this one.
It looks like he is. Allison Park he's got a decent team, but it's
Not
just
bad.
it's just not. He needs a piece. He needs to make a move, and which he did this week. Made a trade with Big Ray and Just Win Baby. I mean, where has he been? We don't know.
Yeah, but he got rid of Kamara.
He did. Why? I don't know.
There's some collusion going on there.
Total collusion. But Just Win Baby, I mean, he's mute, hasn't been around, drinking IPAs. We don't know where he's at.
Yeah, he really hasn't said much of anything.
I know.
Usually he's the quirky one.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, funny uncle.
First one to dig back at you if you say something to him.
Like the uncle that says, "Hey, come over here and sit on my lap." Like, kind of weird, but.
I don't think.
Well, I grew up with him.
Okay,
So.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm going Just Win Baby.
Yeah.
Lopsided win, Allison Park. He's, Brett, what can you say? He's a funny guy. We love him. And
He's just good at showing skin.
showing the skin. We love that. We love that about him. And your last matchup, St. Mary's Panthers, Uncle John versus Spine Crushers. Spine Crushers
Just struggling.
They're struggling bad.
What is that about?
You have to find your identity as a team, and he hasn't found it yet. Made a trade, got a decent receiver in Devontae Smith. I hope that turns the team around.
High hopes, of course.
What's these projections looking at, your guy?
Well, funny that you ask.
Okay.
So my analyst has come back and actually said that Spine Crushers will defeat St. Mary's Panthers. Is that what they are?
That's it.
They're not very memorable.
I think that burned down.
By 5 points at 146 to 141.
Oh, well,
So J-Cat.
I always have to go with
be a
myself
tough loss.
because I have heart, and heart always wins. I mean, St. Mary's Panthers started off hot, 3-0, and then this is where team.
I think he was riding high, a little too high. He got burnt by the sun.
He got lucky.
Yeah.
His team is just. I think it's starting to go. He hit the stock high, and he's going to sell low. Spine Crusher for a big W. And that's where we're going with
That's
that.
our projections. They could be wrong. They could be right. But I can tell you right now, they're going to be more right than Cal's picks.
More right than Cow's pick. So if you want to bet,
Solid
if you can get
blocks.
that in.
Jeez.
I lost. I gotta maybe sell myself this weekend to get some money back.
Oh, Stevie Weeby wanted to tell you that he's interested.
Oh, I'm slightly interested myself.
All right. Well, we're going to sign off here. Back to you, J-Cat. You have a great day.
See you, J-Cat.
Thanks, Commish. Thanks, Swigs. And that about wraps it up for another week of the Big D League. Until next week, this is J-Cat signing off.